make it easier for criminals. Let's make it easier for criminals to commit crime. And then my problem is this. When my insurance company, when I call them up and say, yeah, my car was stolen last night. Well, explain the circumstance. Where were your car keys? Oh, well, they were sitting outside by the car.
Well, the police told you to do it.
Yeah, and guess what the insurance people are going to say? So you did absolutely nothing to prevent your car from being stolen. Well, no, I was preventing the people from coming in my house and shooting me. Oh, okay. Don't you have life insurance? Yes. Okay. Well, your car was stolen because you left your keys outside. So we're not giving you any value of the car. So buy car and buy money.
And I don't even come to, like, I know they're lazy.
Not lazy.
They are.
Really try to come up with something else. Like, this is lazy marketing. And then the way how they're really doing, I thought it was a joke when I first heard about it. I was like, this can't be.
It's not. It was a real press conference.
Why aren't they saying, right? Why aren't they saying things like, hey, you know what? Make sure your cameras have enough data to record if anything illegal happens at your home. Make sure you have good locks and security on your doors. Why aren't they saying the common sense things that people need to hear? This is the same bunch of cops that told us that we should, what was it they said the other day? They said,
the cops in Montreal.
Yeah, the cops in Montreal. Yeah, don't send footage of people robbing your house.
Because you could be charged.
Right.
You could be charged.
This is the same Canadian legal system. Like, y'all.
So whack. Country's going downhill.
Justin Trudeau. 2 words. Justin
JT
Trudeau.
JT, look back.
Justin Trudeau. I have nothing. This is terrible advice. This is terrible.
People, keep your keys in the house, lock them up, try to get one of those boxes where you can even block, the
you put them in the case and it blocks the signal from.
Yeah, block signals.
Have that. Like,
make sure your doors are locked. Make sure you have your cell phone on you at all times so you can quickly dial 911. Don't be out here with this foolishness.
Do you think that that's going to stop them?
Leave your keys at the front door for them to take the car. And if you say no, they're just going to hang up on you.
Here's the thing. Do you think
listen, y'all, I'm telling you right now.
If you got stitch up yourself, and because the hospital can't take you right now, so you just go home, stitch up yourself, and hope for the best. That's what they're saying, and it's like, no. Like, I know your pay isn't that great, but you also signed up for this job, so just do it. Like, do your job.
The idea that a car thief who goes to a nice home and sees a Bentley and a Rolls Royce and a Mercedes is going to go, oh, the keys are here. We won't continue to go through the house and see what else of value is here. Because if they have these cars outside, I wonder what they have inside. That's what they're going to say. Oh, no, the keys were here. Well, that's what they did.
Yeah.
Right.
And exactly.
Right.
And sometimes they do want to do more than steal your car. Okay, let's not be ridiculous. They're out here. They want to shoot. They want to get people panicking. They want to violate your wife and your daughters and your young men. They're going to steal your TV, your jewelry.
But this is good job, Toronto police. Good. Bang up job. Bang up. We're done. We're Canada, we expect more. We really do, but Justin Trudeau. We move on. I don't really have anything much to say about this segment. I'm just going to let the people in the segment speak for themselves. In a segment I'm calling No Proposal, and go. And go.
I'll just propose to one of them. I just propose first.
No type of look. Stand up, flowers, nothing. Just it's happened 10 years. Oh,
who said you would be ready? I went out and wasn't ready.
5 years ago, I don't want that shit. I take you. Another
She went some 10 years ready. That's what I want to spend my life with you. It don't take people 10 years. Everybody got the same. So we know what to do. So you feel break with me because I put you up 18 years old?
what type of thought is this?
What you mean we in the car? Like, it don't matter when you get proposed to, as long as you get proposed to.
I don't want that shit. Can you stop recording me?
I'm not going to stop recording because you're not appreciative. I don't show you I'm appreciative of my colleagues. Like, I don't understand right now. Okay, everybody's not the same. Until you realize that it's going to waste my life with you. That's crazy. Like, I don't think you like, he's always going to leave me alone. I don't feel worried. What? So you don't want to just Chris, you don't want to just you don't want to just
Okay, it's nice. The rent is nice. I love it. Okay. But you ain't put up thought until we in the car.
Chris,
Bring the car.
it don't matter.
Bring the
It
car.
don't matter.
Bring the car.
I proposed.
You can take me out to eat.
I proposed to you. I said that.
You know what I'm saying? You can't even put thought into it. Then it's been 10
I'm
years.
grateful. Like, I'm grateful.
I'm not grateful.
So what you gonna do? So you gonna leave? Okay, leave. All right. Watch
Well, that's that. I mean, he thinks he did good. He proposed after 10 years. He couldn't even bring a flower. He just proposed to her in her car, probably.
It is her car.
It's her car.
Okay. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. Let's just say it did really take him 10 years of being with her, living with her, to say, you know what, this woman is mine forever. It means that you have had 3,650 days at the minimum to try and plan out what that engagement would look like. It's 365 days in a year times 10, 3,650. Okay, so you, even if it was for 5 years, we're gonna half that, right? So 1825. My math is really good. Do not play with me. Okay, so let's just say he's only been thinking about it for the last 5 years. So he's had 1,825 days to consider how he would propose to her when the time was right. And of all of those 1,825 days, this is what he came up with.
Well, you know, so he chose this man.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. Now here, hold on. Yeah. So let's look on that side. I do want to look on that side and look on the other side. So in our planning call, I did say 10 years, I could see if they started dating when they were 17, 18 years old, right? Obviously, you're not going to get married at 20, 21. Most people do not do that. So if you're high school sweethearts, I get the 10 years of dating because you've been dating since you were 16 and now you're 26, you're done school, you're like, okay, we're ready to get married now. Makes sense. However, the issue here is at 5-year mark, she said, I wanted to get married and nothing happened. And she stayed for 5 more years. Personally, I wouldn't do that. That's not a value of mine. My value actually is after a year, you should be talking about when you're getting married. That's just me. I'm very kind of old fashioned in that way. I don't believe in, especially when you're both full on adults. You're both 22, 24, 25. You know, you're in your, why are we sitting here for 10 years? Waiting for what? What will happen in 10 years?
You don't have to know. But people on the phone,
And
like,
right?
it took him over 3,000 days.
And
Thank you.
listen, and then while all the other people are out here literally taking their women to a beautiful restaurant, taking them on vacation, taking them to the lodge cabin in Muskoka with a
He's
fire
doing it in the car.
burning and romance and stars in the sky, you know, beautiful Usher music playing in the background, like Baby I
Usher.
Love You. They write a whole thing, they wrote it all down. I love you, baby, so much. Let's make this real.
Girl, you're overthinking.
Like, he couldn't take her to the beach, he couldn't take her to the park.
Girl, he could have taken her to their bedroom. He could have planned when she came home. There were flower petals in their bedroom, a trail of leading to their bedroom where he would propose and then they would make sweet love. He didn't even do that.
We are, Telly, you're right. We're saying too much. In her car while she's driving, she is driving her ride.
You know what? The try part is that because women are usually, you know, as you grow up, your dads always tell you, they show you how a woman should be treated. She is showing this man, yes, you can treat like dog food.
That is facts.
So that's
True.
why, you know,
Accuratto.
This was enough.
Accuratto. Accuratto.
she dropped hints and she didn't leave. She stayed
Accuratto.
a whole decade, and now she's mad that he proposed to her in her car from the passenger side.
So the passenger side of his girlfriend's ride.
Trying to holler at me.
He couldn't even wait until they got home and pour 2 glasses of
saying.
champagne. At this
Girl,
rate,
I hope we hope you left, girl. We hope you left. We hope you left. Because that ain't it. That is I am not listen. I am not waiting. Listen, 10 months and I think a man should be looking at me like, what?
Yes,
Don't waste my time. I'm not wasting your time.
the conversation should be we. When should we? Where are we going to live when we? Like that
10
is what the
years?
conversation
That's
should start
crazy.
to look like at the year mark.
Yeah, we're done.
A year.
We're done. We're done.
About
We
10
hope
years.
you left, girl. We hope you left. We hope you left. Before we get into the next half of the show, and Canada is back on the list, Garcia, talk to the people. Give us a
Yeah,
little.
you know, let's reset this room. We want to thank Radio Region, syndicated through iHeartRadio. We have replays of our show every Saturday on the internet radio, 7 p.m. Eastern time every Saturday. So the show that we create on Wednesdays is the replay on Saturday. So check us out, 7 p.m. Eastern time Saturdays. We tape this show live on IG and YouTube, so be sure to follow us on the socials so you know when we are about to pop up. Pop off. Okay, so let's go on with the show.
Okay, Canada is back. So, oh, Canada. Listen, I know that things are expensive. We are in these inflation days and times, and life is hard. I think we're all feeling it at the pumps, at the grocery store, at the restaurants. Well, this woman thought she was going to have a lovely time at a game in Vancouver. So she thought, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go to a game at the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, Canada. She decided that while she was there, she was going to order some fries. And then they gave her these fries for which she paid $7.99. And for those of you who might not be able to see clearly, I'm going to count the number of fries.
Yes,
I'm looking at it, so I'm going to
do.
currently count. Okay.
I counted 12 at first, then 13.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
It's 12. Okay.
This woman
12
paid $8 for 12 fries. 12. I just finished a bag of potatoes that I have. I've spent $3.99 on a bag of potatoes, and I had mashed potatoes. I just made curry chicken with potatoes. I think I had mashed potatoes twice, actually. And I had curry chicken with potatoes, and I still have a potato left because apparently I can bring it to Rogers Arena in Vancouver. They can make 12 fries out of my one potato.
So,
what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Because here we go, right? Like talking about the grocery store. Even at the most expensive grocery stores, you can get a bag of potatoes for $5. And in their, big potatoes, I have like a French fry slicer thing. And you could literally make enough French fries for like, for a family of 12.
Thank you.
Yeah.
$12 plus that. The slicer I got from Amazon for $11. Right. Here, like not even McDonald's. Like you can go to McDonald's and get a large fry for like $4. What? About $8.
Rogers is tripping. But don't they charge people enough of their stupid Rogers bill? I mean, Rogers.
Listen, this is why. Go ahead, Shiva.
I don't go nowhere. This is why I don't go outside. I'm outside costs way too much money.
Here's my thing. If I'm going outside, I eat from home and then go outside, or I go to a place that seems fair for the price. Now, if these French fries were $2, I'd be like, okay,
great deal.
Right? If I'm gonna pay $8 for fries, I'm going to New York Fries.
Thank you. They give you basically a little tub. It's like this.
You could share with 2 other people.
Thank you. So listen, people, outside is expensive. When you go outside, know that it costs you $300 or apparently $8 for 12 fries at the Rogers Arena. Can you imagine how much it costs for the drink for her to get those fries down her throat? So she probably paid $8 for this and $8 for water.
$20. Yeah, for Sprite. I think the stupid water. You know, the water that's only half the size of the bottle?
$16 now. Just use Dasani water.
You know what? I have this joke that I always say to people.
Dasani is like spit. Nobody should ever drink Dasani water. It's awful. Awful water.
Tastes like toilet water.
Awful water. I didn't even know water could taste awful, but Dasani water is awful. It's awful water.
Yuck.
We're
yeah,
done.
honestly.
We're done. People I don't go. I do what I do. No. Just don't look. Don't look.
Yeah.
Just stay inside. Because this.
And now you have to literally say to like go to McDonald's or Wendy's.
Yeah, girl. I always say to people when I go to the supermarket, I just do this math. This is the math that lets me know how much I'm. $20 for everything. $20 for ketchup. $20 for salad dressing. $20 for toilet paper. $20 for crackers. $20. Everything is $20. Yeah. Every step I take, $20. $20. By the time I get to the register, $300. Yep, sounds about right.
We're done. I stay inside. I stay inside. We're done. This woman is definitely done in the next story, and she is not getting no advice from me, despite the fact that she's asking. In a segment I'm calling Tinder Date, let's hear what this woman wrote into 6 Brown Chicks to ask people for advice for, and none of those people will be me because I have nothing for her. Okay. My fiance's mama caught me on a Tinder date and she punched me in my face. I let it. Tell me why you let me finish, girl. Okay. As I continue, I let it slide. I didn't press charges because I didn't want to upset my fiance, Marshall. That was my first mistake. She told Marshall I cheated, but I denied it. Marshall told his mama that we have to work it out for the sake of our son. Then his mama gave our son a DNA test behind my back. We found out that Marshall is not the father on paper. But after being his father for 3 years, I expected Marshall to be a better man and to fight for our family. But no, Marshall is a mama's boy and he has moved back home with his mama. Marshall's mama is a manipulative beast, but I can't let her win. Marshall is the future husband I deserve, and I need help getting him to come back home to me and Marshall Jr. Advice.
Marshall, stay with your mama. Marshall, stay with your mom. You listen, this woman, no. Marshall, run. Run for the hills, Marshall. And mama, good for you. Just punch her in the goddamn face. Like, goddamn. Punch her in the goddamn face.
Wow.
You know what's funny? When women are like, oh, she's manipulative. It's like, wait, so you weren't manipulative when you were sleeping with another man and tricking your current fiance into fathering a child that's not his?
Oh.
Like,
This is all I got for her. That's all I got.
Nothing but laughter for you.
To be honest, I feel sorry for Marshall Jr. because here we have a
Thank
young
you.
boy who doesn't know who
Thank
his
you.
father is.
Thank you. That's the person I feel sorry for her. Marshall Jr.
From your fake baby father.
That I tricked to be your daddy. Could you imagine? You name a child after a man who's not the father and then turn around and say that's the husband that you deserve and the father your child deserve, and not the man that you made shoot up the club, as Rob used to say. Not that man. Not the man who actually got you pregnant.
Right.
The man you tried to trick to be the daddy. I have nothing. No advice for you, girl. No advice for you. Good job to Marshall and his mama. And we're so sorry, Marshall Jr., that your mother is a 304. And for those who need to understand what 304 means, so for those you young people who are using the term 304 and don't actually know what it means, let me just break it down. What 304 actually came from is back in the day when us old people had pagers. So back in the day when us old folks had pagers, when you put the numbers 304, turned it like this on your pager, it said, ho. So that was a lesson from Auntie Sheba, from those young people who are using 304, not understanding what it was mean. It was from us old folks that had to communicate by pagers and you know those phones that are outside, those phones that those pay phones, that's how we used to have to talk. So anyways, young folks, and Toshiba just gave you a lesson. But speaking of lessons we don't want to learn, because y'all probably didn't need to hear about this, listen, the way I had to take this clip and break it down, because this woman is okay.
Well, you definitely deserve an award for having to sit through that foolishness again. Because
I did it late at night, last night at 11 o'clock, as I had to break this 6-minute video down into something shorter, just to show. Okay, anyways, in a segment we're calling Friends Forever, welcome Kendra G's guest.
I have to be honest. I really am looking for a friend, not like a man.
Well, you know, this ain't the friend show.
It's not the friend show. You gotta be. I believe in you have to be friends before you get into a relationship.
What is the goal? Is the goal to be friends? You're gonna have sex with them one day, or you're just trying to meet a friend that you kick it with?
I'm trying to meet a friend that turns out to be something long-standing and forever. A forever friend.
Are y'all gonna be having sex while you're friends?
No.
So could he have sex with other people?
No.
Could he date other people?
No.
Okay, so you're a friend. So basically, he's your friend. He's not your man. So you want to say we're friends first. You don't want to have sex with him. That's fine. You don't want him to have sex with nobody else, and you don't want him to date nobody else. So why are you? This is not a friendship, honey. Your friend can do whatever they want to do.
Listen, like marriage to me doesn't require a piece of paper or anything like that. Marriage to me is we have an agreement. Does that make sense?
No, the guy have kids already.
Nope.
Okay, so a man with no kids.
Not unless the baby mama's dead.
If the baby mama's dead, she could date you. Why is that?
Like in the order of the way that I feel like a household should be ran is the man, the wife, the kid. We're not getting ready to go through all these situations and you're not even ready to separate me like a different entity. Then, we are one. And the order is I come first.
But I thought you said you don't want to, you don't have to get married. That would be a rule if you were going to be a wife. You said earlier that it's not important for you to become a wife.
No, I never said that ever. I said marriage is not a piece of paper.
So you do want to get married?
With the understanding of what marriage means to me, yes.
What does marriage mean to you? You have to enlighten me.
We agree on we can do life together forever. We're a partnership. We agree that we are for each other.
Okay, so this is where I get confused because you're saying it doesn't take a piece of paper. So to me, that means you're not legally married. Is that not what that means?
Not legally married. No,
you said that marriage doesn't require a piece of paper for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying that you can be committed with a person with this to me means you don't need a pastor, that you two just agree it's not an official marriage, right?
It's before God. It's before God. So like I have a relationship with God. So I'm the pastor in my relationship. But no, it's not going to be like that. I'm actually going to have somebody, have a witness. I'll have a witness. And I would like to do it the traditional way, like, the Americans or whatever, like you said. But I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be a contract with paper. It doesn't have to be like that.
So then it's just a committed relationship. It wouldn't be a marriage.
That's what I'm saying. So
but I brought that up because you said you want to be treated as a wife. So how are you be treated as a wife if you don't get officially married?
Because you think I need to go. Okay.
Yo, she's confusing as hell. No one should want to be her friend. I don't even think she knows what she wants.
She doesn't even know what a friend is at this point, girl.
No, she's too confused.
There is a serious mental health crisis happening in America among Black women, and we are ignoring it. This woman is not well. She's unwell. And it is awful to see these unwell women come on this very public platform in front of tens of thousands live and then hundreds of thousands, if not millions later, and showcase their mental health problems on display. And instead of taking accountability, she ended up hanging up on Kendra because apparently Kendra was confusing her. She was mad at Kendra. She told Kendra at some point she was going to pray for Kendra because Kendra did not know what she was saying. I had to cut all that. Listen, the amount of work I did to cut this speech because I was like, but she is well, and this I have nothing.
You know what? I'm gonna blame hookah.
Yeah.
Too many women are out here smoking hookah. I think it's starting to mess with their heads.
Not the hookah!
They're out here smoking hookah 3-4 times a week. It's like, sis, smoke is smoke is smoke is smoke. Your brain cells are burning up. There is no sense left in these women. You call a dating show saying you're looking for a friend.
No, but she wants a forever friend. That forever friend she will not sleep with. He can't sleep with other people.
Can't sleep with other people.
See other people, but they're going towards a path of marriage. But marriage is just a piece of paper. But he can't have kids unless the baby mama's dead. Because even though marriage is a piece of paper, not a piece of paper, she needs to be above all others.
And she has a relationship with God, she said.
Traditional American way, even though she's calling from America. They're not going to be married in the traditional American way. They're just going to be married in the eyes of the Lord. But she's the pastor in the relationship. But she's going to have a witness. But it's not going to be traditional. But they're still going to be married. And fuck what Kendra says about them being in a committed relationship. I'm done.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she wants. She calls the show with pure foolishness and then gets mad at the one logical person in the conversation.
Yeah, we haven't. Listen, Kendra G, you're clearly doing God's work, because I would hang up on most of these people, if I'm honest. I'd be like,
as soon as she started talking about friend and marriage and things, I would just be like, sis, good luck to you, man. Click.
We're done. Okay. We have one more segment to go. And in this final segment that we're calling Who's the Daddy? Let's hear what this young lady has to say.
I'm over here in the hospital. Gonna give birth to his child. If he up there questioning me, something is really his baby. Like, what are you talking about? You think I'm still have you up at the hospital and everything with me just for nothing? Are you serious right now? What kind of baby dad does that right when we can have this baby? Are you serious? You really going to answer question next time? Oh, can you get DNA test? No, you're not getting a DNA test. I'm not doing it. This is your child. If you don't believe it's your child, then you can go ahead and go. I don't need you up here, because all you want to stress me out. Yeah, we are going to find out. And that's so weird for you to even say that, though. Why would you say that? You don't never want to claim your kids. Why you never claim your kids? Like, I don't be doing that cheating stuff on the internet. What are you doing? Bro, like, I'm sick of that. And you know what? I'm not even going to say nothing, bro. Because I'm not getting no DNA test. So if you don't think it's his child, you just won't have a child. We don't really need you, Obi.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give straight facts because I've experienced this. For those of you who do not know, the military requires all children born out of wedlock to have DNA tests before the military will give said children any kind of benefits based on the father. Because clearly you do not need a DNA test if the mother has it. You only need a DNA test to confirm that the father is the father. The military will not give any benefits to that child unless a DNA test is administered. Let me tell you something. If my daughter's father had asked for a DNA test, I would have said, sure, swipe her. I have no doubt. There's not a question. Listen, people need to stop do you understand that I know I'm the mother. Listen, paternity court would not exist if there were not women who did not know who their children's father is. And so, ladies, stop taking offense to DNA test requests and prenup requests. That is a man protecting himself from investing time, energy, and money into something or someone that may not be his, or something or someone who may one day try to take everything from him. Take the feelings out. DNA test should be mandatory upon birth. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
It should.
Yep.
Why are you going live? Just keep this all to yourself. No one cares.
Yeah, why are people shaming themselves?
Find a way to do
Is she not embarrassed?
No. She's shaming herself. Why are you going live?
You're looking your worst.
Thank you. And then to say, because the man asked for a DNA test, he'll never see his child. That's the craziest logic.
Right. Make it make sense.
So you want to prove that it's your child, but I'm not going to make you prove that it's your child. And because you want to prove that it's your child and I don't want to do it, you're never going to see your child.
Right. And I'm
going to
be a single mom.
Is your child.
She wants to be okay.
You don't want anyone helping you raise the child. You're going to raise it yourself because that's a flex.
Because he asked for a DNA test.
He didn't ask her for money. He didn't ask her for anything. All he's asked for is proof that the child is his. That's all. And she's already in the right setting to do so.
In the hospital, where they can swab the baby. Swab the baby.
Right. So I don't understand why she's going live. Her lashes are like.
Yeah, this is just actually embarrassing. This is as ghetto as it gets. Like, I'm so sorry of this. I'm so just done with
the
this ghetto
activity. With the baby. And here's the thing: the man is. Do you understand? Sitting there, having to wait for a woman to give birth can take out. The man is in the room with you. He is supporting you. He's probably going to need to hold your legs up because that's what my daughter's father had to do. Help me hold the legs out and hold my hand and tell me to push. The man is there.
Yeah, he could have said, I hate you, B word.
I listen, he could have said, I don't know if this baby's mine and I don't give two craps and you have to prove it. The man is sitting there with you.
He's
and you want to go live and try to embarrass him for being there. That's fathers, stay in your young girls' lives. Fathers, stay in your young girls' lives. Fathers, stay in your young daughters' lives, because if you do, less of them will decide to pick up their phones and go live and post themselves on social media doing dumb shit.
No one is thinking of their future self. Young woman. Wouldn't it be easier just to get the test? Prove,
it is easier to get the test.
You're the dad. Cool. Now he'll never question you again. The relationship is secure. You will have a man that will, if you're not already married, will marry you, and you will live happily ever after in a realistic scenario where you're not raising a child by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you don't have a relationship, having him there to say, yes, I am the father. We may not be together, but we will co-parent because this started off in a healthy way. Let's not be out here. This is
healthy, girl. Define healthy. These women don't understand healthy. If God himself came down and literally did a lesson on healthy.
They would fail the test. They would fail.
With the answers. They would fail the test with the answers
on the board, and they would still fail.
They still fail.
And they failed.
Listen, if I was the mother of a son, I would absolutely tell my son, get a DNA test without question. Yeah. I would tell my son, do a prenup and do a DNA test. That I would be the mama who definitely punched the girl in the face. Real facts. If I was a boy. Don't play with my son. That is ridiculous. So please stop, young ladies, please stop going on live thinking that you're embarrassing the man that you're with, when in reality you're actually embarrassing yourself, because that could have been kept privately between you and that man, and now we have to talk about you. We're done. Good night. Until next week, when we find 8 other stupid people and 8 other stupid stories, and we do this again. But before we go, Tully, just talk to the people. Them.
It was a rough one. But we got it, and we thank you for watching right here on IG and here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We want to thank Radio Presents iHeartRadio. Check out our replays 7 p.m. Eastern Standard every Saturday. That's our award-winning content. Listen, y'all, we're veterans now. We've been doing this for 4 years. Now, every day I think the only time we stopped was once for Christmas.
For Christmas.
Like maybe 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yep.
Something like that. We were live every Wednesday before today. So it was Tuesday.
Every week at least.
So we make sure on speaking of Wednesday, that's when we're normally live. So next week Wednesday, which is out right here on YouTube, IG wants to behave itself. Other than that, we are here. I'm just trying to help you happy girls help me understand what girlfriends are defined. A friend, a man, an angel, a crystal ball. I don't know what she's looking for. We're gonna find out and report back to you next week. Kendra G girls, our face. But in the meantime, we got Kelly, we got Shiva, and everyone keeps fit. Have fun we are done, ladies. Good night.